Alright, hi everybody. We are here to conclude the Catacomb 3D playthroughs this weekend. As we have been through the original Catacomb 3D, Catacomb Abyss 3D, Catacomb Armageddon 3D, that was yesterday, and those 3 follow-up episodes culminate in Catacomb Apocalypse 3D. The 3 follow-up episodes being the ones after the first Catacomb 3. It's like I have to qualify that to not confuse the numbering. Well, you never know. That might be what we're getting ourselves into, Dead Camper. The plot of this one might get even more ridiculous. I mean, to be fair, like, the plot of... There wasn't much plot to Armageddon, and I felt like it was extremely underwhelming, and then it's like, yeah, you're just gonna fight Nemesis. And then you're gonna fight Nemesis again, and then you're gonna fight him again, and then you're gonna fight 2 of them, and then you're gonna fight again, and then 3 of them, like, that, it's like, okay, guys, it's getting old. So I'm really hoping that they do something a little bit more inventive in this one. I also really hope that they have fewer tanky enemies, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for that one. But yeah, let's look at the readme. Yeah, right, I don't know. I've been going with Nemesis. No, not Nemesises. No, that sounds like something completely different. No, just Nemesis, like ES instead of IS, not an additional ES. It's not like 11 Cs. Anyway. Let's look at what we have in the README this time around. The Catacomb Apocalypse 3D is the 3rd and final episode in a 3-part series of 3D fantasy adventure games developed by Soft Disc Publishing. The first episode, the Catacomb Abyss 3D, and the second episode, the Catacomb Armageddon 3D, complete this extraordinary trilogy. Important note, previous experience with the other Catacomb adventures is not required. This game is designed to be played entirely by itself without need for the other episodes. What's new in Apocalypse? So this section, I double-checked, this section does not exist in the Armageddon README. There's no what's new. New features in Apocalypse, which are not present in the Abyss or Armageddon episodes, include all new monsters, scenarios, and puzzles await you in the Apocalypse. Now, I wonder about them saying that, because there were definitely a lot of new monsters in Apocalypse, or not in Apocalypse, in Armageddon. I'm gonna keep getting these names confused because they all start with the same letter. And actually, Armageddon and Apocalypse are the same number of syllables as well, so, yeah, good luck. But, like, yeah, there were a bunch of new enemies and environments in Armageddon, so, like, if anything, this feels like it's selling that one short, that they didn't say this about that one, so I'm wondering how much to read into all new. Like, are there no repeats? Is there more variation this time? Special messages which appear in the location description box at the top of the status panel will be accompanied by a brief white flash of the screen's border area. So this is to help you not overlook those special messages, especially when they're, like, telling you that one of the gems for the crystal ball for the radar are nearby, which I happened to accidentally find all of those last time anyway, and then they give you all of them in one of the later maps anyway, and that didn't make any sense to me. One of the reasons that Armageddon was weird. When you see a white flash, be sure to read the message in the location description box. You will discover some magic walls which you can walk through. So that's kind of new, because typically the secret walls were destructible. But there were still, like, quote-unquote walls you could walk through, because there were always, like, those special doorways that were pitch black until you walk through them, and then suddenly they're, you know, transparent, that you can actually see through them. So I'm wondering if magic walls are really just more of that ladder type of thing, but maybe they will look more like walls. Usually these walls will have location descriptions that indicate that you can feel a slight breeze coming from behind the wall. Walk right on through to the other side of the wall. There are many, many new monster types. So, like, they already said all new monsters, now they're saying there are many, many new monster types. It really feels like they are trying to, plead their case here. Like, no, really, we mean it this time. Which you will immediately begin to encounter during play. Among them is a new type of invisible monster that you will discover in later areas that are visible on the radar display of the Crystal Sphere, and that will become visible when hit by your magic missiles. There is also a monster type that will serve as your guide through difficult mazes. You will learn to recognize this creature when he appears. Is he still a monster? Like, is he still an enemy, or does he not hurt you? Invisible monsters, I'm a little bit worried about. But it definitely reads like, yeah, people weren't using the radar, so we really want you to use the radar. I'm probably still not going to use the radar. Spoiler alert. Nemesis has discovered how to use time gates, which will teleport you back and forth through time and space to many new and bizarre locations. Okay, but really, though? I would assume it's really just teleporting you through space either way. But it probably means... It might mean that there's, like, more thematic difference, like, within levels. Also, hey, Cyber Angel. For most players starting the... Yep, that's the same. This is probably also the same. Yep, that looks the same. That also looks the same. That's the same. The story so far. You faced the challenge of your arch-rival known as Nemesis in the Catacomb Abyss 3D and the Catacomb Armageddon 3D. From deep below the foundations of the earth, he hurled his powerful dark forces against you, but you continued to prevail. The beasts and creatures which were arrayed against you fell to the power of your intelligence and the force of your mighty magic. This is almost identical to the paragraph we read yesterday. Hey, Tex. Yeah, I just saw the email notifications start coming in. Thanks for looking at the... I was like, let's give him something new to be excited about. Thanks for the GG. This is about Super EDF for those who weren't here yesterday morning. That was when I surprised myself even and got the sub 22, which I had really wanted to do for years and finally came back to and did. But yeah, thanks for approving, because I had also like edited my older runs to point to YouTube, so thanks for approving all of them. I am barely under 100 hours on the Twitch highlights now. I can get myself maybe under 98 hours now. This time, Nemesis has conjured up a particularly insidious scheme to thwart you. Nemesis has harnessed the power of the Time Gates to allow him to travel to the distant future and ancient past to bring forth a final and ultimate army of vicious creatures. Wait, no, that's... Hang on, is that even a word? Wait, so like viscous is a word, but I don't think it has an I in it. I think they confused two words here. I need to look this up now. Doesn't viscous not have... Yeah. Viscous does not have an I after the C. So... so, they are fierce and or sticky creatures. Because I don't know whether they meant vicious or viscous, but they probably meant vicious. Bent on your destruction. Bent on your destruction, your destruction. Apparently this was written by Vincent Twice. Nemesis has transformed himself into his future form as he summons bizarre high-tech creatures from an age yet to come and horrific monsters from the most archaic eras of darkness. Well, on the one hand, the enemies should be interesting. On the other hand, I feel like first of all, they could have proofread this worth shit. Which is the same problem we had with, I think, the first episode, The Abyss, actually. And then... The other thing is, like, I feel like they could have used this to, like, justify why you already fought Nemesis, like, 10 times. So it's like, how do you explain that? This could have explained it. This is your ultimate challenge. Follow Nemesis' trail of terror through the time gates and stop his evil ways forever. This time, we begin our quest at the gate of the Sanctuary of the Dead, a remote and ancient place now populated by the smelly time wizards and other assorted frightful specters, specifically smelly, though. Rumor has it that some of Nemesis' new monsters from the future have made their way through the time gates into the present time. Don't be daunted. Pursue and prevail at all costs. One can only imagine what new sights, experiences, and threats await you as you venture forth across the plains of time in search of your ultimate victory over Nemesis. That's funny, because the other two times they told us exactly which locations we would find ourselves going through, and this time they're like, yeah, you're gonna find out, buddy. Yeah. Tips and suggestions. This is probably similar to before. Although it has the addition of the border flashing white when the hidden clues show up, so they're not as hidden anymore. The inventory is probably the same. The crystal sphere and the crown of gems are the same. The health is the same. The red and yellow are the same. Yeah, so the flashing white is noted in multiple places. This is about the items that you'll find. Crystal hourglasses, which I still think are kind of more annoying than useful. What else do we have? This is the explanation of the items. Tips about combat. This is probably about keeping a distance. That's what it usually was before. Yep, this is the same. What do they say about the crystal sphere? Yeah, it says the same thing, that each gem reveals the location of certain creatures. Yep, that's all the same. Crystal Hourglass is also the same. Saving game is also the same. This all looks pretty similar. Be careful not to impulsively open fire on your quarry. Yeah, that's to prevent yourself from blowing up treasure. Yep. Yeah, so that's all the same. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this then. Which I need to switch to CatacombGL to do. So let's stop the background music, and we'll jump into Catacomb Apocalypse. Different border style. It's not the segmented border like it was before. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to do... I want to check one thing, which requires me exiting out of this. Although I guess we could check it at the end. I would just need to remember, which I might not. Catacomb Apocalypse 3D. That's very sparkly. Alright, new game. Once again, we have Novice or Warrior. We will play on Warrior. A chilling wind greets you at the entrance to the Sanctuary of the Dead. Hang on, wait. Is that us? Do we have a beard now? Step forward and face the final destiny which Nemesis has prepared for you. Look at the futuristic-looking gates over there. I can't believe this isn't Quake. We do have a beard now. What the hell? His face looks different. He grew a beard. Alright, well, here we are. I need to start the timer. Yeah, I was gonna say. Alright, well, oh geez. Yeah, it seems he's changed the past already. We can still destroy walls. It's a very rusted door. Need green key, we need a yellow key. Also, hey, Gulls of Him, what is the Chaos Faction Legacy Collection? Okay, we need 3 keys. We need to blow something else up. Hang on. Oh, we can blow that. Alright, cool. Just anytime you see Nemesis, shoot at him. Hello, who are you? Oh my god, these guys, yeah. Something from Wizardom was probably inspired by these guys. Oh man, he just like went poof. Alright, let's see what we got over here. Presumably another... What? Are those... Those aren't the invisible monsters, are they? Oh no, they like grow... Oh dude, that's pretty sick actually. They're like the fluid aliens in Blake Stone. Which... I think Blake Stone still hadn't been released by the time this came out. Blake Stone, I think, was 1994, wasn't it? Because Doom... That was an almost like a jaw-dropping animation. That's the way my brain wants to interpret that. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Blake Stone came out after... Didn't Blake Stone come... No, Blake Stone was 93. Was late 93. Blake Stone was like 5 days after Doom or something. Or 5 days before Doom. One of the two. I can't remember which was which. This also came out, I believe, in 93. It does say 92 to 93 down there. Yeah, this is the last... Oh yeah, we do have a ring now. That's also new. So we have a ring, and we have a beard, and we have a different colored cloak. But yeah, this is the final Catacomb game that was released. Alright, so now we can open these. These guys, like, evaporate. Alright, so we got a green key in here. Oh, and I can just use that there? Okay. I thought they were gonna make me crisscross again. Let's wait for this guy to surface. Up, periscope. Come on, buddy. These guys are also pretty tanky. Actually, do they even attack me? Oh, well. Yes, they do. Okay. And we still have the same bigger projectile graphic from the second game. And we still have the problem of, like... Yeah, actually, their projectiles are just lower contrast to begin with. Like, they're only the red color, they're not also the yellow color. Oh, that was... I didn't even see that there. Oh, somebody else is shooting at me. At least you can see their projectiles, arguably. So, wait a minute. Where did he come from? Oh, maybe over here. Yeah, okay. But yeah, unfortunately, we're already seeing tankier enemies. Those guys are close to zombies in tankiness, but the black puddles... Something here has to be destructible or something. Or... Gallery of Specters. Is that what the black things are supposed to be? Wizard's hiding place. Yup. Sure enough, that's where the one came out of and surprised me from. Wait, did I get the yellow key in here? Or did I imagine... No, didn't I have that already? Wasn't that for this? Yeah, that was for this. Oh, hello. There's another wizard. I really wish that they didn't remove the charge shot. The charge shot would be great for these guys, because he would just, like, wait for them to service and then blam. Okay. A breeze from behind the wall. Yep, there you go. Okay, so it's only text. There's your first secret wall, so they did introduce it, but there's no visual tell whatsoever. And then it doesn't tell you here, so you kind of have to remember where you came in from. It does do the frame flash every time, though. Oh, hello. There's another red key. Okay, so we got 2 red keys. Yo, look at that icon. That's new. I think that might be unique to this game specifically. Alright, and then we need both of those red keys here, presumably. Yep. Look at these graphics. This looks more like the beginning of one of the earlier games. I think the first one, actually. I think Abyss had graphics like this. That would be something if... Oh, wow, okay. They do tell you there's a breeze behind there. Can these guys not shoot through that? You cannot shoot through that. You can walk through it, but you can't shoot through it. Where these guys come from? They actually have a death sound. It's kind of easy to overlook, but it's there. Oh, there's a radar thing already. I think we got 3 of them really early in the second game, too. Alright, that's the end of the first level. That seems like a new message. I don't think it used to say new challenge. I think it used to say, you know, entering a new area. Crumbling wall. Which one? Oh, we're supposed to shoot that one. So, what the hell? That's an enemy. They've mechanized the ants. I think that was the only actual crumbling wall here. We had to find that to get out of this room. Yeah, it did. It always did. That's part of the reason why I never used it, is because, like, that's the one thing I always noticed on it, was my own projectiles, which just kind of, like, spams it and makes it unusable. And they even mentioned that in the, instructions, I think. Hidden places abound here. Okay. But also, mecha ants. Actually, I don't know if they're ants, but, like, weren't the enemies in the second game supposed to be ants? Because we got to the ant colony? And that's what these remind me of. These might be more like mosquitoes or something, though. Oh, hi. Was there still another dude? Yes, he got very lost. What did this? That was about the crumbling wall. It's too bad they couldn't, like, implement the messages so that they would go away when you've already done it. Like, specifically for the ones that get destroyed, because, like, now the message just no longer makes sense. Oh, they made the chests golden now. Which is even weirder because, like, it's not like they contain score or anything. They're always items. Alright, I should probably go ahead and heal. So I still don't have a key. But presumably there's maybe still more hidden places. Like that. Oh, what? There was another... Holy crap, there's, like, multiple layers of wall here. Lost and Forgotten Chambers. Oh, does his hood get messed up and his hair falls through, like, ends up, like, exposed more? Oh, I blew up a chest or something. Let's do that. That way we're shooting at an angle. Actually, didn't I say... I feel like sometime when I started the game yesterday, I said something about it looking more like Power Slave. Now we're full-on into, like, the Egyptian hieroglyphics and whatnot. Oh, hello. So, like, even more so than yesterday. Okay, another gem. I feel like each game we've gotten the gems in a different order, too. Graven image of the most evil one. Yeah, it's too bad I can't explode it. So there's a door there. Oh, there's more stuff here. Where did I originally... Wait, is that where I came from? Or is it... No, that's where I came from. So, there was another door here too, right? Yeah. So I'm kind of curious. So that was here, right? Yeah. Alright, that needs a different key. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like a, you know, this door or the other door. Suddenly, bugs everywhere. Also, they shoot projectiles now. Seems like a lot more enemies shoot projectiles. You would think if they were gonna go hard on projectiles, they would have invested more into making the projectiles actually noticeable. Because that's been a problem, is that, like, when you're shooting projectiles, guess what? You can't see the enemy's projectiles. It is interesting, though, that, like, I don't think there's been a single hit scan enemy in these games at all. And then you go into Wolfenstein 3D, and it's like full-on hit scan from almost everything except bosses. Okay, and now we can go in here? Yeah. And now we've got a whole... What was that? I assume that's a time gate. Hello. Chamber of the time gate, indeed. Okay. I think the time gate might have even made a sound. I kind of wanted to look to see what the maps look like in this, given all of the, like, special indicators and whatnot. I was curious if they would show up on the map, but it doesn't look like they do. Alright, well, it's time gate time, I guess. Council Chamber of the Time Wizards. Oh god, what is hitting me from all over the place? Whoa, god! Alright, we're gonna do this. I don't know what that was. Like, was that a chest? Because I just immediately picked it up. Okay, that one actually paused. One of them, like, didn't have anything. Because I'm not maxed on anything. So it's really weird to be running over a chest and, having it immediately disappear. I just ran into that. That's funny. That didn't kill anything. This is a pretty rude room. Oh, okay, now they're dead. I might have killed, I might have blown up some treasure. But you know, it's kind of funny. I know Newhouse was pointing out that this was using a lot of sounds, or some sounds that seemed familiar to him from Commander Keen. I feel like this area looks like Commander Keen. Alright, there was an outline somewhere. Survive until the time has come. Is it really time-based, though? I think it was just kill everything. Most High Lord of Time. A chilling power emanates here. This one... Oh, no. Okay, so this one says something different. But I don't know why. And it's, like, specifically on these 3 squares. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like... What the hell was that? Oh! Okay, suddenly there's another time gate there. So wait, was this just like a frickin' single room level? Is that really what we're looking at here? I think that's seriously what we're looking at here. It's just a single room level. That seems a little silly, but okay. Axis of the Time Lords. Oh, and there's the time gate again. But, oh, there's oh! Oh, no. It's Inferno again. Oh, what the fuck? Holy shit. Am I supposed to be able to kill these guys? Because they seem kind of, like, not killable. So this worries me, because I feel like... maybe I'm not supposed to dwindle here. And meanwhile, here's a hidden passage. Where is this bringing me? Oh, hey, look, it's all of the gems. Again. Heap of the mystic gems, so... I guess that was meant to be a secret. Alright, they do get destroyed after a while. So they are killable, it's just there's a lot of them. And yes, they do shoot projectiles. Water node of the Time Lords. So here's the problem. These guys are probably all going to respawn every time we come back here. Ancient node of the Time Lords. But yeah, we actually have a hub map again. Oh, so I don't think that's his hair. I think that's blood. Fire node of the Time Lords. I think it was both, actually. But yeah, it seems like we actually have a hub. I'm gonna get the hell out of Dodge before I use up all my items. Guess what? Oh my god. So the funny thing is, the top of this thing... Okay, so those are like the guys that explode and then only their legs are left in the second game. But the top of those guys also looks like a Commander Keen monster. Central Reservoir of the Water Node. I should probably save. But yeah, I think we actually have a hub map again, which I was worried, you know, like, I was missing that in the second game. I was like, oh, they just made it totally straightforward. Save couldn't wait for demo? Wait, what? I did just save, so we can do that. Is there a demo? Did I? That's true. We did that in the other games. Did I just, like, jump right in and not wait for that? So let me open it again. Yeah, that's true, because we watched the credit screen and it had, you know, the lounging lizard or whatever on the second game. It's funny, because, like, now I've been remembering to, okay, it did show back up. I've been remembering to look at the README first. Which I forgot to do in the first game. But now I forgot to just let it sit. All right, we got here and I said enter new game, and so I just thought, okay, let me start. Which actually, it's... Oh, holy crap. Oh, yeah, there he is. There he is. I like that they've got the drink with the umbrella in it. So this is similar to, and it's always the water creature, right? Because the lounging lizard in the second game was the thing on the credit screen, and they showed up in the water level. Alright, let's load, and we'll get back into it. But yeah, thanks for reminding me. There are a lot of you. At least they don't take up space when they die like the other guys did. Which I suppose, you know, plausible deniability because there's water everywhere. There are a lot of you. I really wish they would give me like a chainsaw or something in this game because there's way too many enemies that take way too many hits. Jeez, look at how big this level is, though. We've got canals now. Wait, what? I hit something. There was stuff over here. Oh god. It does feel like every one of these games they have tried to make more difficult. But they do that just by spamming you with more shit. There's a bit of overlap with Blake's stone step. Oh, that's interesting. Given that I was making the comparison to the fluid aliens. Although, I mean, I suppose functionally those shadow puddle things are basically like these guys. You just can't hit them until they come up. You think the exploding monsters were ogres? I guess that makes sense if the green guys in the first one were trolls. I am getting hurt a lot in this compared to the others. So they really are piling on it. I mean, the other thing, though, is, like, I don't know if there was an intended order. You know, we got thrown into a hub and I went into something. Oh, there was an exploding wall back there. Uh-huh. Wet approach. I mean, as opposed to what exactly? What the heck? Oh, was that a time gate that I heard? Okay, I was like, what did I just hear? Okay, yeah. Wait, but there's also a key. Huh? But yeah, the time gates pretty much are just your new, like, exits. But I need to take a look around if we're finding keys. Because there has to be a reason for that. Alright, this was central again. This is where I started, I think. Oh, more dudes here, and also treasure. Feels like there's really not that much in the way of secrets here. I mean, there was the one explodable wall where we found the time gate behind, I think. But what is this key for? That was western, this is northern. It is kind of interesting how, like, the new feature of the white border kind of brings you back to just needing to hug walls in order to find stuff. I want to look at the map to see if I'm missing something. That should be obvious. Because, like, are they seriously giving us a key to carry forward? They might. That would be a first. Sure seems like I've been everywhere here. Ah, crap. Now, where was it? Here it is. Alright, so let me save here again. And we'll go through here, and we'll see what happens. Oh, now I'm back here. Okay. Is this just where I was already? No, this is different. Alright, now here's the problem. If all of these are locked and I end up using my yellow key, is that gonna get me in a bad situation later? These guys strafe a lot. What? Oh, that was just the white message. The white border. I thought I was getting hit. So you gotta distinguish the color. See, that was getting hit. There's a lot of bugs. We're in the access ducts. Alright, well, we found another yellow key, so we're still carrying this one through, and I have no idea where the heck it's for. But yeah, it seems like the water level was a single thing. Which is kind of funny, because that was also the case in the previous game. Okay, so that was a yellow key. I have to wonder if I could just go... Whoa, that's new. I have to wonder if I could just go back into the water level and stockpile yellow keys. And I'm seriously wondering if I missed a door. Hey, new house. The evil supplicants. These are also kind of tanky. For some reason, these seem to have the same death sound as the ants, which I guess makes sense because they're all mechanical. Nope, I just blew up a chest. There's a lot of dudes in there. There's even more dudes in here, what the hell? Chamber of the Android Mages. Hidden Prayer Hall of the Mages. Here's another key. But yeah, new house, what do you think of these textures? I was starting to get Commander Keen vibes from the textures in this now. I was gonna say, that almost looks set up like a door. Okay, that one doesn't... Okay, so I guess we're going back... Oh, wait, there's a door here and there's a door there. I'm worried about, like, locking myself out, but I have found 2 keys in here. So I was thinking that would be the blue key door, because it literally had a blue frame. No, it was the yellow key door. And here's another blue key. Or wait, no. Did I ever have a... So we used a yellow key. I thought I had a blue key, but no, I didn't. I had a red key. And we just got a blue key behind this, so I guess that is supposed to justify the door color. But yeah, the problem is you can't tell what key a door is going to use before you actually go up to it. So now we have an extra red key. Maybe we're supposed to get an extra one of every key color by the time we finish all these levels. Maybe that's the idea. Although I'm still a little worried because, like, it's not going to preserve what you've opened on other levels, is it? That would be very surprising. Alright, so I'll save here. They are doing some interesting stuff. I'm just a little worried about the potential for soft locks. Alright, after futuristic, let's do ancient. Okay, hang on a second. Why do the ancient levels have electric fences? That makes no sense. Wait, can their projectiles go through that? Or was that one of these guys doing that? Yeah, fire at me. No, that goes through it. Which is weird because... Oh, no. Guess who it is? It's the big demon again. Yeah, you would have expected the electric fences in the future area that I was just in, not in the ancient area. That makes no sense. But now we know we can shoot these, which the previous game did not give you any conveyance of whatsoever. Oh, you made me waste that whole thing. I suck at aiming. Alright, there we go. Did that actually take fewer hits than usual? Did they actually lighten those guys up a little bit? Yeah, so my shots don't pierce it, but theirs do. That's a little problematic. Oh, there's two of them. Alright, we got a door there. I kind of want to go looking for keys before I try to open these. I don't know if they would actually expect cross-level keys for this. But nothing is indicating... There haven't been any hints. Any white border hints this time. Yeah. Yeah, so that was what I did for the first time that I literally ran into one yesterday, was I walked through it thinking, I guess we're doing this. And then, at some point, I just arbitrarily spammed the crap out of it, and after, like, I don't know, 20 shots or something, it actually disappeared. Because, yeah, there's no conveyance that you're doing anything to it, but you can destroy them. Honestly, I might have been better off walking through them because I had way too many potions. Like, I have a tendency to use way more of the attack consumables than the potions. Oh, that wasn't even locked. Okay. See, this is the problem, is you can't tell if something needs a key, which key it needs, or if it just totally doesn't. Because that's the same texture they use if it needs a key. Let's take a look around before we go through any doors that may or may not need keys. Oh, God. Alright, seemingly nothing here. We got behind here just the big guy. Oh, no, we got another dude right there. We haven't had any hidden walls in here either yet. Or, you know, secret walls. Hey, look, even more of the big... Oh, God, yeah. I'm gonna clear this out first, so I don't get myself killed. Yeah, it's a little over 20, I would say. Couldn't have done that. Oh, I didn't actually mean to use the nuke there. Ow. Wait, what? How did I destroy treasure? I can't shoot through these, or so I thought. What? I'm very confused. Alright, get on out of here, buddy. Demon's Keep, indeed. Okay, that seemed to have no other purpose other than spam down a bunch of demons and then get items. Seems like I gotta go through that door. Okay, that needed a red key. I have a lot of red keys. So I came into this with one red and one yellow, so as long as we still have that going out, I'm fine. Oh, we found the time gate and a blue key. So yeah, it seems like... How did I end up with an extra red key, though? That worries me more than anything else, actually. Like, is there anything I didn't do in here? Those are the gates that I didn't blow up. I did not expect to have 2 of some type of key coming out of this. Alright, so what didn't we go into? We didn't go into the hard on the eyes one, so prepare for that. Yup, it's this shit again. They thought this was a good idea. Oh, we got new mech. We've got sort of maybe Pyramid Head next. Or rather, Pyramid Head next. Next? I mean, yeah, that too, I guess. Southern Region of Fire. Oh, I like it. I like their vaporization animation. So I kind of wouldn't expect secrets, like secret walls in this. Because I think there weren't any in the fire region of the second game either. Whoa, that's new. Oh, this is one of the enemies that was pictured in the that one screen in the title screen rotation on the first game, on Catacomb Abyss. A key location is nearby. Okay, yeah. Sure enough. I guess they playtested and found that people just totally missed that cubbyhole. Central region of fire. Again, I recognize that this probably doesn't look as cool as it did in DOS, because it's probably doing kind of funky, like, scaling things. Now I'm back here again. I would be very surprised if we needed a key in this level. Although we might need a key to exit it. Although no, because it's always the time gates now. I'm sorry, but that enemy looks like it should be in, like, what is it, Super Ninja Baseball Batman? you're not dead yet. I heard the sound that I thought was him exploding, but it was, I think, one of his own projectiles. But there is a door here, and it's probably locked. Access to the return time gate. What does this say? That's seriously what it says? Okay, so that's like... I don't get it. Usually that highlights when there's like a specific message, but like that message is for that entire area. But I guess it's like, hey, here's the exit. Stop being lost. Anything that I didn't do in here? I mean, I should save here before I get lost again. But I think, once again, we did find multiple keys. Hey, there is more stuff I didn't do. Gonna need to buy a new mouse after I play these games from left-clicking so damn much. Alright, let's take a look. Have we seen everything there is to see in here, or did I overlook anything? Other than the door, obviously, which I'm coming back to. I want to say we've been everywhere now. Although, I'm curious if I've been in there. That might have been where there were some chests. Where am I right now? I'm probably nowhere even close to that. Yeah, there's always the numbering, which I guess just has to do with, like, which part of the effect it is. Because they, like, alternate. Oh, it's probably this. Yeah, I probably found chests there before. What was that? I just missed hitting the correct key. But I also heard noises, and I'm not sure why I heard noises. Oh yeah, here you go. It actually is scrolling. Like, if you look at it this way, you can see it looks like it's going, like, down the wall. You kind of have to look at it the right way to, like, see it if you're not actually looking at it lengthwise. It would probably be even trippier if it didn't have, like, this awful artifacting going on. Alright, here we go. That's a very long sound effect. It was always getting cut off before, and I was just like, it's still playing. I'm just gonna sit here and let it go. Okay, so now we're back here again. We have at least one of every key. I think we've been in every section at least once. So now the question is... Oh god, no, don't go in there. That was presumably where the radar things were. Actually, maybe I do have to go in there. Ow. Jeez, they will just rapid fire you to death. Oh, I don't want to be in there. Oh, there's stuff in here, too. What is that? The first door. Oh, is this what I actually needed it for? Hang on, I need to kill these guys before they kill me. The second door. Access to the Transcendent Time Gate. The third door. That's the fourth door. And there was one of every type. Yeah, so we're supposed to go in there. Okay. These guys really will just spam you down. Like, did they even playtest this? This doesn't seem like a good experience. Oh, don't walk into that. I just want to see if there was, like, anything meaningful in the area they came from. There probably wasn't, so I'm just wasting resources. Yeah, it seems like this was a pretty pointless room. Well, somehow I only ended up with 1 in excess after that. But yeah, the real trick is just finding where you even need to be, which is apparently in there. I want to keep looking around to see, because, like, this was where the, and I bet if I go in here, the gems, yeah, the gems are here again. Because the level just completely resets. It doesn't preserve the state of the levels. Because, you know, none of these games did. I didn't expect it to start doing that now. Oh god, there's more of them. Why are there just more of them everywhere? Good lord. And then there's gonna be even more of them there. I'm gonna reload, probably. Yeah, there's just a chamber for them on every single one, dude. It's like, why? But yeah, is this where we're actually going? No. Yeah, so all this is completely pointless. I'm gonna reload. Where we actually need to go is, like, right in here. Oh, I just accidentally healed. And then we are in the chamber of the Transcendent Time Gate, and then we jump through that, and then what? Front portico to the Wizard's Maze. Oh, jeez, and there's dudes everywhere. Did they reskin the trolls? They reskinned the trolls. The trolls are now yellow. There's a bunch of... Let the maze drones go... Oh, the drone... Okay, so the eyeballs are the drones. Okay. Well, I killed the drone, I think. Was wondering about those guys to begin with. We had one of them in an earlier level, too. It's kind of a little late for them to tell me that when there were also a bunch of, trolls accosting me, and I kind of had to just, like, blow everything up. Okay. So now the problem is I have to rough it because I killed the drone. But hey, if we get treasure for our trouble, then why not? Oh, I don't like that noise. Also, we've got lightning again. Yeah, it seems like every dead end has stuff to get in it anyway. I still don't even know how I ended up with an extra key. Like, that's... I really suspect that I missed a door in another level that I could have gone into that was optional. Oh, it's another drone. Oh, he's just trying to tell me something. Like, yeah, nothing suspicious about this wall. Although now I'm wondering if I'm actually going backwards. Oh, there are these guys in here. Okay, that is what I was hearing. I was gonna say, it sure sounded like these guys' projectiles. So we do have to deal with more of them. Because those guys can hurt. One of those gave me exactly one thing. Did I go in here already? I think so. is really easy to lose your sense of direction, though. That has to be... Okay, that's where I came in, though. I mean, there could be more stuff out here still, but it's... I mean, going in there is probably what you're supposed to do. I think I came from this direction. This might be looping around, actually. Oh, okay, that's the beginning. Yeah, so I looped around. Oh, there you are. I just wanted to know who was making this noise. Oh, there's a couple of you. And there's more stuff. Hang on, did the drone actually shoot me? So if I don't have to shoot the drone, I would like to avoid shooting the drone, since allegedly they're supposed to help. I'm not sure he's doing anything helpful, though. He's just kind of hanging out. And it seems like he stops if I'm blocking his path. I totally whiffed that. I got helmets now, too. That guy's still circling in there. Alright, I think we've exhausted our options, and we need to go back to the other false wall. That's the beginning again. There weren't any other options back here, were there? Actually, hang on a sec. Is that where I came from? Yeah. That was the opening door. Alright, that's where we need to go. Investigate this more. Hello. This game is these games are almost making me think that I should like try some of those like first-person dungeon crawling games, but I would probably be terrible at them. I remember there was one for Super NES that my dad rented at some point, and I'm sure I saw somebody play it at some point or another, and of course every time I forget what it's called after that. Of course, I mean, like, if I really wanted to play one of those, I could play Grimrock, and I have tried playing Grimrock, and I was also pretty bad at that. Isn't there a second Legend of Grimrock also? I don't remember if the second one went over as well. Is this where I started? No, because there's no eyeball here. There's no drone here, so this must be new. Unless I accidentally obliterated the drone, but I don't think so. My cam went lo-fi? Just because of, like, is this stressing out the stream encoding? The Shining series? I'm clearly not thinking of the same thing. Okay, this is uncharted territory. Anyone else able to report whether there are any video issues on Twitch? Because, like, it seems like it should be fine to me, but let me take a quick look. Oh, there you are. I'm gonna say, this guy was clearly somewhere. These guys were clearly somewhere. Let me take care of them first. I should heal anyway. Seems like it should be fine now. It's probably just a matter of, like, the palette of these textures and me turning around a lot. Especially when you get, like, the vines and stuff on them. Oh, okay. Oh, well. That is probably important. Yeah, I've been streaming these games at 1080p thinking that they wouldn't be that much of an issue, but maybe they are just because of all of, like, the aliasing going on with the textures. And also, yeah, because of the way that that looks, like the way that it just clobbers the center of the screen every time I shoot, probably doesn't help. Wait, what? Uh-huh. Wait, is this where I came from, though? It's probably where I came from. I don't know whether I want to go out there again. Or, because, like, maybe this was only for the key. This may have only been for the key. There's a single window there. That seems kind of suspicious. Of course, again, like, presumably the intended objective here was to, like, not destroy the drone. And it basically turns into an escort mission. Okay, that's where the key was. But I botched it before I even knew what the mission was. Because, hey, it turns out when you have a bunch of trolls attacking me, I don't have time to read the text. Alright, I'm beginning to think that this area was just for the sake of the key. How did I get in here? Oh, no, now I'm back at the end again. I want to be the opposite of that. Should be down here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So, where else can we go? It's also unfortunate that there's lightning in this level again. That might not help either. In terms of things that might destroy bitrate. But this is interesting that this is basically the aesthetic from, like, the early levels in Abyss, the first of the 3 games. Oh, now I'm going back out there. I don't know if I want to be going back out there. I'm kind of like going along walls here just in case I stumble across something. This is where the other one was, which I'm pretty sure we've done everything in. Like, at this point, I don't want to redo the entire level, and I'm not sure how well the drone would pan out anyway. Because, like, would it really lead you through the entire level, or would it only lead you to one specific point, and you have to figure out the rest? Oh, wait, no, don't kill that guy. Alright, I guess we're going back out here, because I'm not sure if there's anything else to do in there. I don't want to resort to looking at the map until I feel like I've exhausted every other option. The thing is, there wasn't a locked door at the beginning. Yeah, this is the beginning. Yeah, it says, let the maze drones guide you. Oh, that does open. What the fuck? I thought that was where I came from. Oh shit, there's more of those guys. I just turned around and wanted to check the other side. But yeah, I thought I went across to this. I thought this was across from the starting point. Unless they seriously did start me in front of a locked door, which would be inconsistent with every other level in all 3 games. And they also gave me another gem, in case I didn't find all 5 of them in that one level. So that still seems weird. What? There's another green key in there somewhere? I found one, and I need a second one? Oh boy. Okay. So apparently I missed something in this mess. He wasn't trying to hint at me to, like, check the walls there or anything, it seems like. Where else could they have put a green key in here? Yeah, that can't... That's just the other side of that. Like, a lot of these walls can't be solid or be hiding anything anyway because there's just another path on the other side. What? Hi, where did you come from? Does that mean I haven't been here? Somehow I didn't come down this path. Hey, look, there's the other key. Alright, let's get the heck out of this mess. Alright. What new challenge awaits now? Oh, we're in water again. Underground sewers. We actually have more than one water level this time. What the? Oh, that's... What the? They gave the frickin' pirate skeletons a chain gun? Man, look at that death animation. But yeah, those were the guys that still had the swords and shields last time. Okay, there's multiple ways to... Oh, what the heck? Oh, he looks friendly. Oh, he's not friendly. He just looks like he wants to say hi. He's really excited. He's like, hey, look what I found. And then he shoots you with a big electric ring. Okay, no, it's still a projectile. I was wondering if these guys were hit scanned, but they're not. Oh god, you think there's enough of them? Oh, they make that sound too. Of course, I call them pirate skeletons mostly because of the bandana and the hair, I guess. I'm just kind of assuming they're pirates. Alright, hang on. Let's actually walk over there and make sure there's nothing. Okay. Like, now you have to check for explodable walls and for walk-through walls. Before we go in there... Alright, there's nothing... Oh, there's one of the happy little animals. The stingrays. Wait, was there something here? There's like one Unit here, that's probably where I blew it up, that it doesn't have the text. Kind of funny, because, like, in one of these games, there was a level where the rusted walls indicated destructible walls, but here everything is rusted. Because it's also wet. I should heal. Yeah, let's do that. It's honestly kind of surprising that the heals give you full health every single time. Like, potions are basically overpowered. As opposed to, like, Heretic or Hexen, where it gives you, like, 25 health apiece. The ones that are in your inventory, the quartz flasks. I really wish we could save the animals, but we can't. We have to prioritize self-preservation instead. Oh, jeez. Alright, hang on. Can we get the treasure first? I mean, I keep calling it treasure. It's items. It's consumables. Surprise, that is destructible. Oh, that's an interesting texture. That's not even... Is that just the end of the level? It does say the final drainage channel. So that might just be the exit. The funny thing is that looks like it should be destructible. And it's not. It's just... Like, that's just it. Alright, what are the chances that I missed something in here? Why is that one green? Some of them are green, and the rest of them are blue, and I wonder if those are supposed to be destructible, but some of them are only on one side. So I kind of doubt it. And that's the final one right there. Yeah, I think we fully explored the level. Yep. No keys required for that level. Antechamber to the flooded city, but it's... Oh, it does say... Oh, hello, what the... Hi. And I just blew that up. Taking damage, just trying to preserve the treasure chests. It is interesting that we have seen, like, two types of chests in this game, because there's the futuristic ones and there's the, you know, older ones. Oh, hello. Alright, why does this exist? Hearing chamber of the death squads. There's another one behind me, isn't there? Yep. Oh, there's a key there, though, so I might have actually needed to find all of this. Oh, and that had nothing in it. The second time we've had a chest with nothing in it. Which I've never had happen in any of the other ones, so it's really weird that that happens now. Like, did they change how the randomization... Like, if they are randomized, which I would kind of assume they could be. Then, like, did they change the logic of it so that it no longer guarantees at least one of them is non-zero? One of these days I'm going to accidentally use the red key. Okay, hang on. Where did I came in from there. Kind of looked like that one was like sitting on like a geyser or something. Also, hang on a second. Uh-huh. Guard room of the death squad. There's our yellow key. So those walls look kind of mismatched. The interesting thing is this one might be the first one where it actually tells me on both sides. Yeah, so, like, they have these... I guess this has already been a thing elsewhere, but, like, these are mixed together with this texture, and, like, they don't match at all. The backgrounds don't match. Alright, well, that's what we came here for. And then where did we have to go? Hang on. Forget, was the door also in here? Yeah. Protected chamber of the time gate. We heard the time gate spin up. There's the time gate. Let's take a look and see if we've blatantly overlooked anything. Maybe over there. So where am I right now? We're up there. And is there something on this side? It's this. I'd been everywhere else, I just overlooked that. Yeah. That's where the guard room was. Going back in here. And there. Alright, what's next? Central access to computer core, that seems pretty important. They're numbered. Forget it. I know I saw ones in the earlier future level. And I may have overlooked further numbering at that time. I'm gonna take a break. And then we'll see what we can do here when we get back. Alright, we are back. Let's see what we've got coming up in this new future territory. Central access to computer core. So what happens if we go out of order? Ah, that's what happens. Okay. Hey, Raccoon Dog. Thanks for the welcome back. Okay, yeah, so this just lets you go in. That seems new. Yo, look at that thing. I can't believe I'm going to be murdered by a fax machine on legs. Wait. Oh, okay, they are shooting me. I was like, are they friendly, though? No, they're not. I knew it. In the future, printers cannot be trusted. Oh, these are like the ogres in the previous game. They explode and only their legs remain. I can't believe we have, I can't believe that in the future ogres are fax machines. That's a lot of you. That's a lot of you. Oh, I blew up a chest. Time to spam items again, clearly. A bunch of them are blowing up at once. Oh god, I'm blowing up. Jeez. Look at all these guys. What am I even doing in here? There's another one that's alive, hiding behind the dead one. Yeah, this is actually kind of problematic. They do kind of like to, like, move away from you. Everyone's still hiding back here? No, I don't think so. I'm trying to, like, spare the drones since they were, like, friendly in the previous level. Man, these guys definitely mean business, though. You're dead. The drones are, in fact, still here. Can't believe they're talking about neural input chambers, and this was back in the early 90s. Oh, hey, look, that looks important. So, was there something over here too? Because I noticed I also have a green key, and I might have picked that up over here without even noticing. I've had the red key. That's a carryover from earlier, and I still don't know what I was supposed to use it for. Oh, this is also just already open. You don't need a key for it. Random access conduit. Oh, look who it is. It's more of these guys. I will take the endless army of walking fax machines over the frickin' demons. These are probably slightly less tanky. And I don't know, destroying printers is just more cathartic. Just pretend they're, you know, HP devices trying to con me into Oh, I died. Hey, we saw the death phase. I have to redo that whole level now. So, actually, now that I think about it, I think I never died in Apocalypse. But I think in Abyss I died in, like, the second to last level or something, and I think it was, like, a full screen... Or maybe I'm thinking of the first game, actually. Like, the first game, Catacomb 3D. And it had, like, a full screen death thing. But yeah, it's like, by the way, don't forget to use your damn potions. Alright, so now I gotta do this all again. Now I'm gonna pay attention. Yeah, there was a green key there. Alright, I blew up that chest. I'm just gonna sidestep all these guys, hopefully. Gonna spam a whole bunch of items. So yes, there were 2 keys there. Alright, I'm just gonna leave. And we're gonna go in here. Back to where we were. The thing is, their damage can stack up pretty quickly. Alright, they're all dead. There's one more hanging out back here. That one in the back corner was like, maybe if I just stay here and don't move, he'll mistake me for a brother and let me live. Oh, they're starting to catch up, aren't they? Oh, one of them did. I do have a ton of attack items, so, like, I shouldn't be afraid to use them. I couldn't actually see the second one behind the first one. Yeah, someone else is approaching. So we found another green key here, so we've got 2 greens, 1 blue. I expect that there are going to be some dudes stacked up here. Not a whole lot of them have found their way through, actually. Oh, hello, I spoke too soon. Where'd this guy come from? Oh yeah, they're starting to filter in. Alright, that one's blown up. I should save. Alright, 3. That used a green key. We still have another one. Oh boy. I just accidentally used a potion. Again, I would like to let the drones live if at all possible. Ow. Oh wait, the drones are attacking me too. Alright, you know what? Screw the drones, though. I thought they were friendly. There was one level where they were friendly, and I didn't know it until too late. Don't let them filter out. Who else is left? The problem is I can't even see the enemies that are left. Okay, he's retreating into here. Damn, this guy is real aggressive. Oh, there's multiple of them. That's why. Alright. The drones are actually kind of a nuisance, as it turns out. Because they're hard to keep track of. Okay, I think we're almost clear now, except for these guys. They certainly are encouraging me to make a lot more liberal use of items. Okay, we may have finally caught up into section 4, which uses the blue key. But I seem to have extra keys. You know, I swear the drones in the first section were not actually attacking me. But now they totally are. Okay, now we need the extra keys. I can't see you. There you are. The problem is they're so tiny that, like, your projectile just completely covers them. Okay, so we have 1 green key left that we found in this level. I feel like there were no secrets in this level either. It's really weird how, like, you go, you know, there have been a few levels that have a bunch of secrets, and then there's a few that have none whatsoever. And of course, you know, I should air quote secrets because, like, there's always... They're usually required. Which, you know, is kind of a questionable thing to do in video games, but at least in these, they've generally been, you know, indicated in some way. But it does mean you have to be constantly paying attention. Alright, let's take a look at the map. I reckon we've been everywhere, although there's this interesting blank space there that could be hiding something. Actually, here too? I don't think we've been in there. There's a surprising amount of space that could be hiding stuff, especially around area, was it 3? Yeah, between 3 and 4. It's interesting how they have, like, 2 colors for each of these two. Alright, we said between 3 and 4, right? Pretty sure I checked there. 3 was open field array area. 4 was primary receptor node. And then this presumably needs the green key. We're not going to find out until we pass through there. But yeah, I had to use a whole bunch of items in this level. Yep, that used the green key. Now we are in Central Chamber of the Invisible Horror. Guess what time it is? I guess those guys, like, stun lock pretty well. I feel like this is reminding me of a heretic texture. Like the one that you see a ton of in the Mausoleum, I think, in episode 5. I definitely just saw... Yeah, okay. This is basically like the invisible guys in Corridor 7. Because I think they also become visible when they attack. When they attack and when they get hit. They are pretty damn tanky, though. The drones are way too freaking tanky, too. Wait, where the hell? He was right there. There he is. Alright, and once they're solid, you know they're dying, basically. Something was hitting me from this direction, or so I thought. I really wish drones weren't as tanky as they are. I mean, they're so tiny. They feel like they should go down in, like, 2 shots. This is like in Corridor 7 when you're, like, shooting at something nearly point blank and it's not getting hit. Except it's like the intended experience of, like, no, everything just takes forever to die. Alright, so there's a door there. There's a couple of doors here. That's where we started. Oh, what did this say? Watch the crystal sphere for dangerous. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, once they said the invisible terror. Okay, I'm confused. Is that actually... That's actually an enemy. They actually, they just straight up... So, Cyber Angel mentioned that there may have been some overlap in Blake Stonestaff with this game. And these enemies are straight up just the plasma orbs. Alright, so again, I don't know what key different doors will need, and I haven't technically found any keys in this level yet, so... Kinda want to try to find some before I try to open anything. Because I would imagine you're not intended to have carried a red key from forever ago. Although some of these doors might just open. Nope. Let's not actually go in there yet, except that there's enemies here, so. I mean, guess what, invisible guys? If you all just line up there, then you're not really being sneaky anymore. Yeah, Blakestone is still my favorite. That also needs a red key. Okay, this didn't need anything, so we were supposed to come in here first. Oh, of course there's more invisible guys. Like, Corridor 7 occupies an interesting spot in my memory because, like, it tries a lot of interesting things, but they're not necessarily executed terribly well. And also, there's probably some straight-up bugs. Oh, of course there's another... Ah, jeez. Yeah, I was almost dead. Oh, jeez, there's another guy right in front of me. But yeah, Blackstone, I just always liked the aesthetic. And it might have been... I forget if I played that before Wolfenstein 3D, honestly. Like, it might have been the first one that I played. Alright, so that gave me one red key. Let's go back to the door that I already opened. Which is not that one. The one that's over here. Oh, geez, there's even... So would I have soft-locked? No, these just open. Surprise, there was another invisible guy there, and I'm still not looking at the radar. Oh, I blew up stuff. You're still not dead. Like, seriously, these guys take way too many hits to die. Didn't one of them survive? Oh, okay, that can be blown up. And there's a green key. Surprise. That what's needed across from here? Nope. Where the hell is he? These guys are surprisingly easy to miss. Gotta say, though, the game is preventing me from staying, you know, too close to max on anything. Alright, so we got a green key. Maybe that's what this... No, this other door needed red, though. Didn't it? Didn't that also say red? What else am I hearing? Oh. Is that the dude that escaped before? He's dead now. No, that just opens. I see. That's, like, left over from here, probably. Okay, I actually did look at the radar this time and saw that there was a dude here. Let's go through here before... What? I did not notice him on the map this time. I wonder exactly how far you have to go before they show up on the map. Like, now I see a purple thing on the map, but I don't think that's the invisible guys. I've only succeeded in seeing one of those enemies. Why is this just an empty room? Where I started? No, it can't be, because the wall would be gone already. Or the door, rather. Whole bunch of destructible walls here. There was like one specific one that I avoided destroying before. And now it's like, why did I bother skipping one? Yes, this is clearly supposed to be another labyrinth level. Uh-huh. It doesn't seem like it exposes them until it's either they wake up or you get line of sight to them. I'm not sure what exactly. Alright, well, that was presumably our objective in all of this. Where did I come from? Alright, that was the door. And that just opens. And now we're back outside again, presumably. That's where I started. Yeah, this is where... There were actually 2 more explodable walls. Just making noises. Alright, so that was pointless. Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, it's probably... I don't know if it's when they start moving or when you get line of sight to them, but basically only when I rounded that corner they showed up on the map, on the radar. Alright, now I reckon we've explored as much as we can, and we got the other red key we were supposed to have. Do I remember where the heck we came in? There we go. So we've already been in there. That's presumably the door we needed the key for. This honestly feels a little bit like a Blakestone level, because you've got, like, the... This would be sort of the lobby area that's the big hall that wraps around on itself. Oh, this is like, map 17 of Corridor 7. Where it's just one big room with a bunch of invisible guys. There's one right in front of me. Yeah, that almost killed me. They're still here somewhere, right? There you are. Alright, did we get all of them? Because I was focused on this thing, meanwhile. They're still not dead. Now it might be dead. Is there another one, though? There's seriously nothing up here? Seems like a whole lot of... I mean, maybe the invisible guys started up here? I don't know. So how big was this level? Because this one... There's another entire section of this level that's not explored. Yeah, this seems like a bigger level than most of them. And there was a bit there. Oh. I probably missed the destructible wall there. That literally says D. Yeah, this was a big level. Holy crap. That's where we came from. That's where the door is. But that door is over there. That has to be the exit. I'm more curious about this wall. Because there's a whole lot of empty space down here. All of hidden terror. This does say exit lock chamber, so yeah, I suppose it makes sense that the exit is there. Do I want to go looking for that one destructible wall? I should have saved before I got lost again. I forget if I saved. Well, this seems to have been the wrong direction to even look in at all. Yeah, it's true. It wasn't in the southern area. It was in the western area. Alright, let's at least save here. The southwestern... That says northwestern. Right, northwestern. Oh, you're right here. My prize is an overly tanky drone, and that's seemingly it. Okay. And now I have found my way into the southwestern subchambers anyway. Alright. Was this? No, that's southern. So this entire rectangle or square or whatever is the Hall of Hidden Terror. But this is where the exit is. And that should use the green key? Yes, okay. The encounter chamber. I don't like the sound of this. That one should be gone. Was there an item in here? Surprise. Oh, there's, hourglasses in the corners. Which I don't particularly care about. Alright, that's all of them. Oh boy. Well, now we know why it's called the encounter chamber. How many of those are in here? Good lord. Now I know why we have hourglasses. Oh, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. I wonder if this counts as late game. They sure did go a different direction with this in terms of, you know, the aesthetic themes. There's another breakable wall over here. And then we've got the, not quite pyramid heads. Damn, this guy's got his strafe game going. There's more of these, too. I didn't realize there was... I think I just accidentally destroyed another wall. I need to heal. Also, I think I accidentally destroyed the other hourglass. No, that one's still there. I definitely got the yellow border again, though. Maybe I accidentally managed to destroy an item in one of these rooms? But yeah, just huge resource chambers. Also, wait, this is time chamber, so I'm kind of expecting another gate to show up, but it hasn't. Do all these say time chamber? No, this is storage chamber. Even though they all kind of seem like storage chambers, actually. Alright, now we're in the 90s on everything. What are we actually doing with this place, though? You would think that this particular chamber would be important. Nothing else looks particularly destructible. Was that the time thing active? Yeah, it sure fucking was. I walked to the opposite corner of the room and it activated the time gate? Okay, sure. That's a really dubious trigger. Like, I have to wonder if they don't even have a trigger for killing enemies. That actually does stop that from animating. I don't know if it stops me from going through it, but it stops it from animating. Oh, actually, I did just save, so I could go back there. It does save the time stop status as well. I wanted to look at the map to see if it's really... Yep, it's really just a huge freaking room with 3 chambers like that. Alright, so what's next? Entry to the testing chambers of Nemesis. I would say we're getting close to the end, if they're starting to mention Nemesis. You must be well armed to enter here. Well, if you're not, then screw you, I guess, because you're already here, and now they're telling you that. Access hall to the testing chambers. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. And also this. Oh, of course we've got more invisible guys. That's the thing, is I feel like a few levels back we needed to be well-armed already, too. So it's interesting that they're telling us this now. Yeah, there's another one. There he is. I guess this is for in case you're not well-armed. You can actually fix that situation inside the level. Is there another door here that does that too? No, I wasn't supposed to be in there yet. Yeah. That's supposed to be the exit chamber. Let's not do that. Alright, we don't really need to worry about that yet anyway. Let's just go in here. Well, guess what? It's Nemesis. But he looks different, though. Yo, I like what you've done with your hair. He also looks like happy to see me. Wait, hang on. I thought I saw an invisible dude. Yeah, wait, there are more invisible dudes. Okay, so we got rid of one Nemesis. It still has the Nemesis death sound. Are there just invisible dudes in this hallway? Because I thought they wouldn't spawn unless I went in here. It might have actually been the dude that was in here. They might actually just go through the damn door and not care. No, they're still in there. So I don't know where that other one spawned from. Oh, would you mind coming out? He apparently did already. Okay, so we've taken care of those. We took care of one Nemesis. But I assume there's going to be more stuff in here. Oh, there's a key. don't imagine there would be much room for secrets here anyway. Testing chamber? You sure this isn't a server room? Alright, and that uses the key we just got from the first testing chamber, naturally. And now there's 2 of them. So we're doing this again. Oh, there's also invisible guys. Yeah, they actually have, like, specific projectiles. But again, it's really hard to, like, appreciate them because you can't see them through your own projectiles. But they're almost like the heretic, golem dudes. Where's the other one? There you are. Oh, maybe not. Feels like you have to be pretty specific in targeting those guys. But yeah, I would assume those came from this room, too. There's another key. That's funny, though, that I could have just used the red key that I had accidentally carried here all along to skip basically the entire level. Alright, into room number 3. Access hall to the... oh, wait. Entry to the final testing chamber. Oh, I didn't pay attention to my health again. This is why I've been saving before each room. I had 80% health going into here, and somehow I lost all of it. I do have to remember, though, that, like, Nemesis does have pretty powerful projectiles, even in the previous, you know, the previous iteration of the series. Yeah. Okay, I swear to God, that time I took 2 hits within 2 frames. Because I was at 50%, then 20-0. Like, immediately. Did I just, like, let them come out? Just stun lock him in the doorway, ideally. This guy's stronger than the other ones? And are there still multiple? Or was it actually... no, yeah, there's still multiple. There's also another one of these guys. There a third? Yes, there is. Okay. Hi. There is actually a different pain sound when you get low on health. And yeah, this guy is doing like nearly 50 damage a pop. Same as in the previous game. When we got to the last one, he was doing he was getting me down to like 52% each time too, or something close to that. Yeah, this one's definitely stronger. This is why they said you should be well armed. He had the key. And he was probably in here. Cloister of the Most High Nemesis. And I mean, again, we have the cloning situation, I guess. They still didn't really explain that, but it's a little bit more expected this time. First of all, because it already happened in the second game, and also because of the whole time travel business. It's like, okay, yeah, he could have cloned himself, given all this futuristic nonsense that's going on. So now we legitimately have the red key for this room. Also, I should probably actually go and, like, restock now. from a bunch of the stuff in here. There's another passage back here. Why is there this passage back here? That seems awfully suspicious. There's nothing in here. And, like, there was a solid wall of chests here, so it's not like there could have been an enemy back here either, really. So that's odd. Or why they did that. Alright, well. We have stocked up as much as we can. I know there's more enemies in here, too. Almost home. Oh, Victor over Nemesis. Really? Oh, but now how many of these guys are there? Yeah, I almost died. It was 4 of them. They could have been even more rude than that. They could have put way more than 4 of them in this big room. Alright, I am curious what the map looks like at this point. Especially that bit... Yeah, there's a whole section down here with nothing in it. Allegedly. And yeah, for some reason they just have that back hallway there with seemingly nothing in it. But yeah, it seems rather odd. Also, for some reason, I uncovered the bottom right diagonal tile there, but not the bottom left. I'm not sure how I managed to uncover either. Whoops. Yeah, it feels like there ought to be something down here somewhere. But I have to wonder, was this actually the final confrontation, or was this the lead-up to the final confrontation? And you definitely can't go in there at all. Seems weird for them to leave that whole bunch of empty space. Alright, well. What do we have now? Passage out of the Catacombs of Nemesis. Are we actually done? Did we actually only have the 1 level with Nemesis clones in it this time? Central axis of extreme victory. Okay, but why do all these explode? Oh, hello. Light breeze through wall. Yep. Oh. Once again, they are giving us a bunch. So this happened in the second game, too, where they gave us a bunch of supplies in the final level after there were no more enemies to kill. And it was like, why? That's why I could not believe it was the actual end. Hit these things for beans. Oh, guess what this is telling us about, which is something that Cyber Angel alluded to yesterday. Press backspace plus left or right square bracket for colors? What? Caverns of Salutation. I'm not seeing it do colors. I don't know what it's talking about. Also, are there more of those things over here? Yeah, there are. Okay, I was like, I saw something moving on the radar, and I was like, should I be concerned? So yeah, I don't know what it means by colors. Oh, also, this just goes through this. There's even more of them here, I think. No, it's still 4. I wonder if this is something that, like... Oh, yeah, there's the warp to levels thing. wonder if the colors thing is something that just doesn't work on this source port. Also, actually, come to think of it, I'm wondering if there's something that I, like, totally didn't pay attention to. That I might take advantage of the warp thing just to double-check something. But okay, they give you a color code and the warp code. Which, it's interesting, though, that, like, this is the warp code that exists in Apocalypse. No, this is Apocalypse. In Armageddon as well. Even though this game feels like it added significantly more than Armageddon did. Oh, there's another breezy wall. Wait, oh, but that's probably where I came from, isn't it? Yeah, this is where I started. Wait, was that where I started? No, this is where I started. There's actually no starting door. Right, so that you have to blow up, and then you can go through here. Hey, look, there's like 5 gazillion gems that you don't even need. Treasure Chamber of the Wise One. Hey, look, it's the graphics from the first Catacomb 3D, actually. And then there's just 5 gazillion keys to the Kingdom of the Pure. Okay. Well, that one extra red key I had for forever is now completely meaningless. Caverns of Celebrated Power. On both sides. Wait, how did that one end up out of sync? I wish there were an easier way to kill these things, because I'm worried that I would get completely generated if I, got... You know what? We should actually test that. Let me save. What happens if I just stand in the middle of one? Oh, there's God mode. Oh, it doesn't hurt you nearly as much. It does hurt you like 20, though, so it is something. But I mean, I have a gazillion potions, it's fine. So this tells you about God mode, which I suspected might be a thing. Oh, and this is just the other side of those statue things. And this tells you about items. Ow. Yeah, that hurt a lot. I got hit by 2 of them at once. They all dead now? Okay, the problem with this is I'm losing my bearings because there's just so much side stuff in this. This is where we came from. And this was where the... Okay, yeah, so there was basically one thing on each side, and each one had 2 codes in it. And then this is supposedly the end. Have I actually seen all there is to see here? I think so. Okay. So yeah, we got the level warp, we got God mode, we got, colors, and we got items. Alright, so if we go through here... Oh, it's a different graphic this time. Your total victory is complete. But where are we coming at? We're not on Earth anymore. Because I think that's Earth in the distance there. Whoops. Congratulations, you have banished the evil nemesis from the catacombs forever. Your victory and honor shall be proclaimed from world to world. Our guy is just all PogChamp over here. And I suppose that's where I stop the timer. And that is the end of the game. Okay, so I want to look at something. So, alright, backspace W to warp, right? First of all, is 17 actually this? I don't think so. Where the hell am I? Was 16 that? Because I think 16 was the last level on the other one. No? Have I been here? Next to the GG. Okay, 15 was that, so we've got 2 extra levels. I don't think it tells us what the names of the levels are when we enter them now. So we've got 2 extra levels to play, so I guess I'll start the timer back up. Interesting that that's like that almost looks like an hourglass indentation. Oh, also, I already have 5 gazillion keys from the frickin' final level. Alright, well, that used the key that was there. Oh, hello. Was that a gem? Surprise! Whole bunch of trolls. Okay, that gave us a red key. Might be what we need for that. What else do we have? Items. I used a blue key. That's not the kind of key I got. That suggests that I still needed to find another key. Alright, so before we do anything else, let's try to find the key we were intended to... Wait, what? Oh, hi. That would suggest that I missed something. Oh, like that. There's the blue key. Oh, I blew up treasure. Alright, and then that used... This might use the red key. Yeah, okay. So that was that level. And then does this bring us to 17? Looks like it. Unfortunately, that means we have thunder and lightning again. Feels like these are more classical levels. They don't seem to do the whole, like, you know, white border hint thing. Those guys are so weak compared to the enemies that started crowding us at the end of the game. These guys only do like a couple % damage, even on the harder difficulty. That, what? Didn't I just pick up a yellow key? So once again, incorrect. Oh, if there's enough of them, they can still end up doing a bit of damage. Alright, so let's go out and look again. Because there had to be something else out here. Oh, like that. No key there. That's what the yellow key was for. Okay. Interesting walls here. Like the way that the top of them is all deteriorated. I forget if we saw this somewhere else. In a way, this game is a little disappointing in that there was quite a bit of texture reuse from, like, the first one. But there was plenty of new stuff, but it seems like they focused most of their effort on... Well, I mean, that's true. Both the past and the future. The fire and water were sort of reused. Okay, that was just not locked. My biggest wish for these games is door conveyance. So that you can tell before you actually, like, go up to the door and interact with it what it requires. So that gave us a red key. I'm trying to remember, though, did we ever find the blue key, though? I forget if we did. Actually, it almost... The way the blue walls are used here almost seems like it's supposed to be, like, almost a lighting effect. Because it's like, the north and south walls use the blue, and the west and east walls use the gray. So it's like trying to do lighting effects without lighting effects. Even out here, that seems to be what it's doing. Is there anything else I overlooked out here? Clearly there ended up being a whole bunch of stuff to do in there. Did I find everything that I was supposed to in there? I would think so. Seems like I found everything I was supposed to out there, too. Was the red key actually what I was supposed to find to begin with? And I already forgot. I was thinking this said blue when it opened. Oh no, and suddenly Nemesis. I guess this is supposed to be Cyber Nemesis in this version. Okay, that wasn't a particularly strong one. And, okay, we've got more stuff to do here. Oh, and there's a time gate. Where the heck does that bring us? Is this the first level again? I think this is the first level again. Or... it's from the Sanctuary. Is this actually the second level? Graveyard of the Fallen Heroes. Wait, have I not been here? That needed another key. Oh, now we're back to these guys, though. I'm pretty sure we've been here, but that might have come in from, like... Is it possible for this to have come in from a different place? Or is this actually just the beginning again? Because, I mean, in terms of enemies, this seems like it's the beginning again. But it seems awfully weird that I needed a key immediately. Yeah, okay, I remember this. So we were definitely here. But I'm curious that we had to open a locked door immediately. Like, I may have just overlooked something at the beginning that I forgot about. Where did I come in from? It had to be here, right? Oh, that's what I forgot. Okay, yep. It was just that I forgot something at the very beginning that they introduced really early in the game. So is this actually level 1? Or 0 even? Okay, no, 0 was the sanctuary, right. But it might have been 1. Yep, that's where we started. One was the deteriorating wall. Or was it in the next room? No, it was right here. It's after the beginning, that's why. Okay, that's what I overlooked. So yeah, I think we've seen everything now. So one thing that I want to go back around to is I actually want to boot up the first game again. Because now that we've played all 3, I want to double check, have another look at that picture that showed all the enemies. And see, you know, where we accounted for each one. So that would have been in Abyss. So yeah, the border for Apocalypse is like the border for Abyss in terms of color, but it's no longer segmented. Let's just let this cycle. We actually, I think we only had 1 level with demons, actually. So that was actually a welcome improvement. Yeah, so here. Yeah, actually, most of the things pictured there are from the last game. Actually, I think all of them. I mean, like, you see those demons in basically all the games in one color or another, but I think every single one of those enemies is seen in the last one. Like, they even showed the version of the ogre and the skeleton pirate with the gun. So it's actually surprising that they actually give away that much about the whole, like, futuristic cyber-themed enemies in the first game. And then this is the only game out of the 3 that doesn't have, like, a full-blown elongated credit sequence. This has it all condensed into one image. So there was one other thing I did want to look at. Man, look at how different the HUD looked on that one. I want to boot up the last one again. Because there was one other thing that I forgot to pay attention to when I was warping around again. So let's just load whatever. So, yeah, I guess the HUD was always in this style. Like, regardless of which level we were on. Yeah, that's what I wanted to check, because I realized that the HUD was, like, super futuristic. You know, the whole metal panel thing, and I wondered if it changed depending on which level we were in. I'm not sure if that's what the color customization thing is supposed to do, because I could not tell what that was trying to do. Let me see. Oh, it actually says fare thee well when you hit quit, too. Let me see. Oh, you know what we didn't look at? I mean, it's probably the same kind of deal as the first 2 games. But we can look at the, there was probably, oh, wait, it's not in the game proper. It's, well, actually, I think it's in both the game proper and outside from the DOS menu. So we can do it either way. So I could do it from here. If I go here, hints and solutions. Yeah, it's got all the maps again. And yeah, the Council Chamber of the Time Wizards is seriously just a big battle room. And then the Axis of the Time Lords. Yeah, this is the one that had the ridiculous expectations where, like, you could find all the gems in one place, and you also have to find the exit in one place after visiting each of the individual things, which, like, it was nice that they brought that back, but it was really just, like, one level per. Then you had the Wizard's Maze, which was a pretty substantial... Actually, that's a thing I can do, is load that up and see if we could follow the drone. Okay, yeah, the Chamber of the Invisible Horror really just has a hollow section at the bottom right of the map. And ditto the bottom of the testing chamber map. And then... they really do show all the ridiculous bullshit in the passage to the surface. And then you still have this at the end of the hints and solutions. Yeah, so if I load up one of these... Oh, man, I have to remember which level it was, though. Like, I don't know. That's Flooded City. Was that before it or after it? I don't remember. It was before this. It had to be before this. Okay, here's the Wizard's Maze, and what we want to do is we want to see where these guys are trying to show us to go, because one of them already went ahead. Like, there was one really, really fast one. But this one is also trying to help us, so these are the ones that I like. Oh, the fast one is actually going to lap them. Fast one might be going somewhere else, though. Yeah, so that's showing us this. Oh, so that's the one that was just hanging out here. That one actually did make it. Oh, wow, multiple of them make it to the same place, so it's almost like a backup in case you screwed up and shot one of them. That's fascinating. So that's kind of funny, though, because that also means that, like, you couldn't possibly have followed every single one of them. Means that there should be another one hanging out around here somewhere. Well, actually, wait, there was one still moving. Where did he just go? Oh, he's actually right here. Oh, that's the one that's just hanging out there. Right, that is a thing that exists. I don't know where that one really fast one ended up. But it is interesting that some of them just line up there. So yeah, there's two there. But wasn't there the one other passage too? I forget. Is this one that you can walk through? It is one that you can walk through. So is there one even further in here? I doubt it. Because that's the thing, is it would be impossible to follow all of them. So, like, that bit seems kind of overwhelming. There wasn't one parked in front of that. No, that's where the key was, and there was none in here, so I don't know if there's still one actually orbiting around, but it kind of seems like even if you don't accidentally kill them, they're still kind of not super helpful, because you kind of have to end up finding where they stop. So, okay, that's that. So what I want to do is see if I can find the files for this. Like, where the heck did it save these? I think at some point I looked for them and found them, and now I don't remember where And then we specifically... I mean, actually, I don't even... For what I want to test, do I even need the save files? I honestly don't, now that I think about it. So let me actually just... So I go in here. And then we actually run the game from here. This doesn't matter. Actually, while we're at it, we can test Novice to see what the difference is. Whether enemies do less damage, whether they take less damage. I mean, require less hits to kill. Alright, so what we really want to test, though, is what does backspace and the brackets do? It changes the floor and ceiling colors. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's not what I had in mind at all. I wonder if that means you can, like... Good lord, these colors, though. Okay, can we get, like, a good color? Alright, that's at least less of an assault on the eyeballs. Oh, yeah, wasn't there a quick turn button? I forgot what the quick turn button was. That should be in this version. Actually, no, I don't know if that's in this version. There's, yeah, system options is just escape. I don't know if quick, wait, hang on. Turn quickly is tab or V while turning. Okay. Yep, that goes quick. Weird to have to reach for the tab key. This should be where we came in. Yeah. Permanently blocked, even. I don't feel like it said permanently blocked. What did we have to do in the first area? I forgot. Man, I would have taken way longer to play through this than DOSBox because it takes forever to do, like, anything. Oh, that's right, we have to destroy these. They took, like, 2 hits. So, yeah, hard makes things tankier. Confirmed. So yeah, it turns out I was just making the game less enjoyable for myself by requiring myself to spam everything. Way more. Oh, hello. What? You just disappeared, dude. What? Okay, maybe I shouldn't have made the ground black. I've accidentally made the game harder. Yeah, I think enemies die a lot faster on Novice versus Hard. Let's go back into the other version of the game, where it's easier for me to control, and test that. Yeah, see, here I can hit escape and skip to that. Alright, so if we do Novice, and then we warp to... do I remember what level had the demons on it? I mean, I don't even know. Yeah, okay, that's the one. Yeah, those take 2 hits now. Those take, like, 5 hits. Those take, like, 8 hits. Yeah, those are 5. Wow, so Hard actually makes things take, like, 3 to 4 times as many hits. So I was just making life way harder on myself. I had to spam clicks so much in these games, and if I had played on Novice, I wouldn't have had to. And that might be the only difference it made. I don't know, it might also make enemies damage me even less. Yeah, he's doing 1 damage now per shot, and I want to say they were doing 2 per shot on Hard. We could try to confirm that. Do Warrior again. I think that was 7? Was it 7 or was it 6? I thought it was 6. Let's just see how much these guys damage me. Yeah, that was 3. So yeah, they do 3 times as much damage. Yeah, they take 3 times as many hits, I think. Maybe even more. Wait, these guys were 2 hit. That took 9. So that was like 4.5 times as many hits, and they do 3 times as much damage. So yeah, Warrior is significantly harder. But it might not be worth it for how much tankier it makes the enemies. Alright, well, we finally performed that science. And now we have thoroughly investigated the game, I think. So yeah, Apocalypse was definitely much more interesting than Armageddon. Armageddon felt pretty disappointing because, like, Armageddon may have actually been more interesting for the environments and the types of enemies. But, I mean, like, you gotta give them some credit for, like, all the cyber enemies in this version, all the, you know, mechanized types of things and whatnot. And they actually updated Nemesis for this one as well, so there's that. So, like, I don't want to sell Armageddon short for, like, on the environment and enemy front. And Armageddon might have even had more impressive environments with some of the things they added. But this one felt less of a cop-out in terms of, like, oh, you're just gonna have us fight, like, multiple nemesis on multiple levels. But on the other hand, this one I was surprised when we hit the end. Because of how much it got overplayed in Armageddon. But if anything, that should be even more a criticism of Armageddon. So, I feel like this game did a better job. So, it seems like they did try to redeem themselves after the middle installment was a little lackluster in some respects. And also, they brought back a little bit of the non-linear levels. They actually gave us a hub level again, which, like, the original Catacomb 3D did, which I thought was really surprising and impressive for something that early on. Like, one of the first major FPS installments for DOS back in the early 90s already had effectively a hub level. You didn't actually have, like, permanence between levels, and you still didn't hear. And that actually became a little problematic here because, good lord, there were so many enemies in the hub level in this game. I feel like that was not really tuned well for the harder difficulty. Because at least on the easy difficulty, you would probably just be, like, tearing through all of the Time Lords. Let's see, actually. Let's go to Novice again. We have a thing to give us items, right? Was that I? Yeah. Free items! Alright, so end keys, both apparently. Which I think is the same kind of thing that the item code in the original top-down Catacomb did. Alright, so now we need to go to the hub level. Which one is that? It was probably before that, actually. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, see, now they're clearing out pretty quickly. They're like 3 or 4 shots apiece, so that's a lot less. It is weird how they just, like, all warp in, though. And they're doing a lot less damage, too. So, yeah, like, I just cleared out an entire room of those guys in, like, 5 seconds. And I took, like, 6 damage or something. So, yeah. It's really unfortunate that they didn't do a medium difficulty. There's only way too easy and way too hard, or I guess way too tanky and hard on your trigger finger, if nothing else. And plus, remember, back in the 90s, if you were playing this with a keyboard, you were probably using the control key to fire, which means it's actually hard on, like, your wrist and your pinky. Like, that would not be a good time. Of course, there is controller support, but you know, back in those days, it was typically, like, 2-button controller support, so you would still need to use the keyboard for, like, the items and stuff, probably. But yeah. Like I said, it was nice to see them redeem themselves somewhat on Apocalypse. And it's nice to finally play through all of these games, something that I totally skipped over in the 90s. Even though my dad did definitely play Curse of the Catacombs, which was the second one, Armageddon. And, like, I distinctly remembered seeing one particular enemy when I saw it in my playthrough. But that's somehow all I remembered of it whatsoever. That and, like, the HUD. I remember. So, the funny thing is, when I saw this when I was a kid, I saw the HUD, and I was like, is this some kind of Tetris or something? Because I just saw, like, the 3 in a row, and the 4. Like, it just looked like an eye piece and a square piece from Tetris to me. I was like, what is this game? Are we throwing tetrominos at enemies? But no, we're not. That would sure be an interesting FPS, though. But yeah, no, nice to finally experience these. And now I can appreciate the next time I go and play Wizardom, which we should be doing in a couple of weeks, hopefully, if it releases according to their current plan. We can appreciate some of the influences from this series on it. Because I can definitely see where they probably got influenced by at least some of the enemy types in this.